Danganronpa.
Take a closer look at the body one more time.
So,
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl.
Don't worry. I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko after all. Okay, let's take a closer look. It's a tattoo. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. Wait, what's this? I'm gonna run into the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? But what did you steal?
so...
I stole this.
A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something?
Yeah, this was on the ground near the body.
I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to?
So, even you don't know then?
Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task.
Huh?
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other
the
words...
biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, the dorm rooms on the second floor? It's in your hands. So, I'm your errand boy now? Okay. Let's get started. No, wrong way. Oh shit. My life was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key, I found in the garden into the keyhole. The key isn't even close to fitting. Which means the key doesn't go to this room. Okay. Just tell me. That's the first one. Let me go to the fourth floor. Aha! Data center. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I insert the key, it fits. Then this key is to the data center. I managed to unlock the data center. Guess all that running around paid off. Have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. There's my garden.
So you're back. How'd it go?
I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center, down on the fourth floor.
Huh?
Then we can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting.
But why did the now deceased have the key on them? I suppose we'll have to go to the data center to find out.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Hmm.
Here we are. Looks like the door's still unlocked.
Hey, so when you open that door, there's not gonna be another huge kaboom like before, right?
You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words...
It's in your hands. Again! It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. I see Tuck over there. I reached down and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. To make sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Wow. In a word, the room was... strange. Indeed it is. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread.
What?
Hey, that's... Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Wait. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
What?
It's a direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room. And they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us? To watch us?
Huh? Then this room is...
It's all clear
The
now.
Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. Then I think this settles it.
Huh?
The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba. And she was the Mastermind.
Huh?
And the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead?
It would seem so.
What?
We're serious?
Too bad they had to go and die. For Byakuya could kill them himself.
The Mastermind is dead? Can that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So... who was it at?
But...
If the Mastermind really is dead,
Whoa!
that means we can finally get out of this hellhole!
How about that?
We gotta hurry up and find the exit! Come on!
That's enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first.
Huh?
But what about the exit? The Mastermind truly is dead. We can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered.
What?
Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered.
But...
Why has it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it? I mean, Hiro's got a point. Who could have killed the Mastermind?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly what I said we need. That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind.
I'm telling you!
Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Byakuya ever again!
Toko, get a grip! The Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions.
After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here.
Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. Look at these computers here.
There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on.
They're all on, but they seem to be locked.
So what? We can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in.
Huh?
What century are you from?
Girl, don't even get me started.
The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network.
And Alter Ego. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now.
You're right.
Okay. Have a look at this top one.
There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I know this.
Huh? Not reading that. I don't even want to fucking know. Okay, what else is there? What else is there? What else is there? There's this TV.
There's nothing showing up on this one.
Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's like one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV?
Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here.
Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on.
You know?
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and I'll let you be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it.
I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place even have anyway? That's what I want to know. Okay, I've talked to everybody, like Monokuma door. The store's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room?
Let's give it a try, just in case.
Nope, no good. Won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. Worried about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The mastermind's gone. So there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know?
Huh? Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all of you. Saturday morning kitties out there. I got the TV working.
Really?
Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Freaking idiot mastermind. You guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world.
What the heck?
And they're sitting here watching TV the whole time? Really thought they could get away with it? Let's take a look. Wait.
Huh? This is... It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
Huh. That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird.
You're weird. We're in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird.
But...
This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well...
Did you try changing the channel?
Oh, Good idea. Let's give it a try. Hero went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. There's a live feed of us standing there at the data center.
What the heck?
What the? I agree. Is it broken or something?
Could it be...
No. There must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup.
Trick? What kind of trick?
Actually...
I'm not sure, but...
Huh?
Huh?
What?
What?
In a while, you frickin' bastards!
Monokuma?
How? You're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course!
I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already.
Not even. It's been like half a day at most.
How are you alive again? Oh yeah. That's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair.
Don't tell me you pretended to be dead. All for this moment?
Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear.
I mean, man's got a point.
I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that.
Shing!
Now it's always time to cut off your past, so full of hope, and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going.
Let me out of
No!
here!
We were supposed to get out of here!
Get out of here? Are you so obsessed with getting out of here?
Unbelievable.
How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are.
I mean, hate to admit it, but Monaco's got a point.
Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
I'm good from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now.
The point?
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
I'm still trying to figure out how Monokuma even got in here. Like, he just, like, I don't know, instant transmission or something.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna. So why is it just showing us the surveillance feed?
Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. Ta-da! The TV is absolutely, without doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
I almost said camera.
God.
Huh?
Hey, what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
unbelievable.
Ugh, you're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Thrills,
The
chills,
Killing Game is being
kills!
broadcasted live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What?
Extreme!
This Killing Game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
Doesn't matter how many times she says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I understand the deeper meaning.
What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
But that's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
The idea his face kills me.
Oh
The camera feed is being broadcast? No way. That's impossible!
Phew!
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijack the airways in easy mode.
Are you being serious right now?
Of course!
I heard a kind of creaking. The sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know? All those weird hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience. To show them true despair, like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
What are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy.
Yeah. There's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
actually,
What if? They already did?
Huh?
yes indeed!
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I really don't know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources.
Yep. So, how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. That's something you'll need to do first, remember? There's something. What?
Of course!
Yeah, duh. There's a little business of. Wait, what? How?
Oh, wait. In the
A
garden.
body has been discovered after a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like.
Huh?
A trial? Do you mean?
I'm not saying all that.
It's the Monochrome
I'll leave the next one file right
file!
here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement!
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Okay.
And then, he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood here for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment and how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally, we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is a class trial. What it means is that, at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko.
What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. But there's one thing that's been bothering me. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? I don't see it. Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible!
Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this? I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we better begin.
But
If we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer.
That's right.
Correct. Must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Oh, better start checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. It had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what. I have to find out what happened, or we are all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Monokuma File 5. Alright, we're back here. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important. From one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. Let's look at the body first. I check the body more thoroughly. Maybe then, I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Let's look at the tattoo. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of any normal activity. Fake nails have been added. Okay. Something on the back of her hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but... It's a picture of a dog. Or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand. What hard to look here? The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. The body blew up. The top half got set on fire, so he dumped a bucket of water on it. Explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's something strange about that, right? But there is. I'll check here. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. It's because it got set on fire, and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's something strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body and nihilist. Check out this part right here. The white jacket that the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Alright, examining that body. Step away from the dead body. I'm examining this guy. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. Marco said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean the knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife.
really familiar. Wait, is this? Wait. It's it! It's the knives that person was holding! It's getting really weird. There are just so many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in kind of a trance. They reacted by grabbing the knife. Maybe then if this really is Kyoko, maybe Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene. Let me look at this red object. These look fragments of something. They're all burnt. So I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body. Count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short.
Huh?
That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But...
I was down here just before the nighttime last night. And there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
Like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Then why did the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop chickens have been added. Good time, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other
I'd love
words...
to hear your alibi. An alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear what you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking me about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't that obvious? The murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for anyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was nobody here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Tokuhiro Hina and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, the 4 of us have airtight alibis. The ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. Me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if it really is Kyoko, I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door. So, where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room. But I was dead asleep. I had a fever. So... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You're gonna be at quite the disadvantage here. The only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account has been added. Okay then. I think I've seen it. Alright, look at Hina.
Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked? You know, before I blew up?
If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But how much blood there is on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I don't remember how it looked.
Well, having to talk about it like that helps me remember a lot better too. So thank you too. Body before the explosion was added. Fucking hero. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and
For serious?
oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. The body was found, huh? I look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. My coach announced he woke me up at 7, as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. As I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. And I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Kyoko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Kyoko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. It's probably 9 on the dot now.
That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done.
That's
A pretty small job. Where the body was found has been added.
So what does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Wait, check. Sure, I can take a look inside the tool shed. The room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, pretty stereotypical tool shed. Wait, is this a tarp? Yeah, this wasn't in here before. Wait, was there a tarp in here before? Not that I know of, no. Should probably look into that. Could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. How that bothers me. Tarp has been added. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. I think I should take a look at the sprinkler system. The panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Wait, hold on. The sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Well, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place. Sprinklers have been added. I think I've checked everything I need in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Especially the fragment I found before. Somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. Just to find out more about Kyoko. Is that horse really Kyoko? That's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe I can get into her room. I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room,
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What? Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I'll have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Not the guy I wanted to. Hey, Yakia? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have to keep the Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or may I not. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay then. In the meantime, let's look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Okay, let's leave. Look at this data. Think? Is any of this like even useful? Hold on. Here's more, way nicer than the one else we're doing. Guess not. There's nothing in here. You just make the quick trip down to the first floor. Mainly the gym. I know I saw something similar. I was playing dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. There's one installed on every Monokuma robot, I'm sure.
What?
A bomb! And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Fragments near the dead body have been updated. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Head back to the garden and ask Miyaki. Just transmission my butt over there. There you go. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Well then, let's go. Very well done. Ah, wait for me! Byakuya walked up without a second glance. Hurried after him on our way to the dorm. Okay. Wait, no, wrong way. Ah, here we are. Kyoko's room. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then... yeah, it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. Let's enter. Whoa. So, this is Kyoko's room. What's this? There's something on the table. It's a wooden block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. Well, the lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, then I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure there's something in the dojo that is my go-to. The dojo? What block key has been added? Let me talk to you again.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. but that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
Can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter what, how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something happens to me.
I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something
Interesting.
certainly happened. So open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Under here. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect anything, but I lifted up the sheets anyway. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78, student registry? Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the only other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
You're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it.
This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. She said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Take a look. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An international investigation turned up no information. She was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. Okay, I think that explains that tattoo that was on the body. I think, I don't know. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training per her own volition. I almost said violation, but whatever. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Okay. Mukuro's profile has been added to the truth bullets. Okay then. Interesting. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. It doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the world I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I heard says that Fenrir has already.
Found it!
Oh, thinking our hero's becoming a big player, and a big player's becoming our hero.
What are you doing here?
What?
Have you got your pretty little hand there? What have you got there?
What?
Uh-oh. You found her profile?
Uh-oh. So what if we did?
Hey, come
Don't
on
freak out on me.
now.
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I couldn't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complain about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall, back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words...
That's right. There were actually 15 of you.
yes,
There weren't.
indeed!
Total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
16th student, Mukuri Kusaba. She's part of the school life? So the one making the regulations is...
Oh, damn.
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... I feel like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed!
Make sense?
No, it doesn't.
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri. So I'm gonna share a little secret with you.
Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you've got.
Monokuma's account. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? So Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again?
Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God, must have already hated you. To make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was just telling us that Mukuro is one creating the rules of the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make out an investigation. Can't speak. That's what I can't do. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro's related to the case?
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone would be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Kusaba isn't the culprit.
Huh? What makes you say that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. Well, if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
So that's the trap.
I mean, it could be.
They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion.
That's what makes sense to me.
The way you said it.
The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible.
But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. Find out if that key and the dojo are really connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? There's no way there. Cherry blossom. Beautiful. Anyway. Locker number 6. There are wooden lockers here. There are woodblock keys, just like those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of those lockers.
I see.
Kodo, do you have the locker do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at that moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it.
Okay.
I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock. And the locker eagerly accepted the key and opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they were made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows have been added. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a waddled up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case.
This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved?
Bloody duct tape has been added. And that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were completely related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Yakia? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info the general public doesn't have to access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time left before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Oh, it's been a long since I've been here. I believe there's a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. He seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand. Went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How do you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French?
I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French.
Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over.
100 times. Isn't that kind of extreme?
Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out on the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, there are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. There have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe they were monitoring literal internal intention within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it?
This all just sounds some kind of alternate reality.
Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting.
Exciting definitely isn't a word I would use.
So did anything jump out at you? This may be our last opportunity to learn about Fenrir.
Now that you mention it, reports that about where the name Fenrir comes from, right?
That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean?
Mukuru Kasaba's profile has been updated. Welp.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later!
And the time has come.
All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go.
Oh, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together.
Ah,
Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word.
We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point?
Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go out together, just the two of you?
Huh?
Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Wouldn't be surprised with the other option.
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second.
Any second.
He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately just tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again?
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what?
What?
Jesus!
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? I made you wait? You got all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start until everyone's here, now can we?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 2 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here, and no rules have been broken.
Kyoko! Wait, whoa, hold on. Wait, what? Wait, what? What?
Kyoko, you're still alive?
No! That's a ghost!
Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
You made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty. Officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later.
Shing!
I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya.
Monica was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko!
So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay.
Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us.
Huh?
He's right! I'm still the good ghost!
I told you, stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Yakuya, wait for me!
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over.
One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
the second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
But I had no idea if body had been discovered.
Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now, I finished my surgery and came back down. Just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. Can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting.
But if you're on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What? Kyoko's account has been added.
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say that's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all.
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Center. And the doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. Can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without any warning. The dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was a blinding light of despair. Whoa!
I can't wait! I
I've
can't
been
wait!
waiting for this! I feel like it's been forever since we've gotten together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs have passed.
Thrills!
Let's get up.
Chills! Kill!
Until the curtain opened up for the 5th time. Deadly judgment, deception, betrayal. Riddle, defense, fate. A deadly class trial. Save. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Right, let me see my skills. I got 17 points this time. Maybe I could equip Cool and Composed. I can equip Cool and Composed now. Nice! Okay. So, that's all the ones I have unlocked. So I can now equip, I have all the ones I have unlocked equipped. Good to know. Let's finish preparations! Let's begin!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Thank you!
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
How?
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Exactly.
No, that's a ghost!
Bro!
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because
Yeah, she ain't dead, bro.
she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
Yeah. One important trait, Kyoko, that proves the body doesn't belong to her are, well, that's unanimous. Her
I
glove!
got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
It
They
was.
probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
No, they didn't.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove it, can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So, I don't have any choice but to. Let's begin! Time to make my argument. Alright,
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
yeah.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
How?
No, that's
That
wrong.
is incorrect!
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Yeah, it would be.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
That's obvious.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Ooh, roasted!
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Interesting.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Exactly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Exactly. Hero.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Oh, you gotta be kidding
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
me. Yeah.
For anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there.
Alright. Load up. Good to go.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Yeah.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
We can though.
No, that's
We
wrong.
can identify it.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
Yeah.
What? For real?
Yeah. The
If you're
tattoo on her right
lying,
here.
you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
There. How?
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
Oh my
She's
god,
just
Hero.
being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Yo!
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You compare the tattoo to other information we have. The victim's identity should become clear. Where's the profile? Where's the profile?
It says, I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Yeah. The image that represents Fenrir is...
Alright. Hangman's Gambit. Bring it. Got it. Easy.
Now I understand! The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
What?
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf,
Yep.
which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
Wait.
But I mean, Being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Yeah, you got a point.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Yeah.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Wait, what?
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Dang.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait.
I guess.
But remember this.
What?
No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Okay.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
That can't be possible.
There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
I was about to say.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Oh shit, Sherlock.
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So, the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it! I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get the pickaxe.
What time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 p.m., and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30. Okay then, looks like the game has begun.
If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden.
Bring it!
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
There's something that happens in the garden at the same time every morning. Think about it, the corpse was almost totally dry, in which case I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
No, that's wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
Oh my god!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Exactly.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Oh my fucking
Man,
god!
You're totally wacko.
If
I agree.
you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Oh, I can! I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I had to do was hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Right.
Moment of truth.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no!
Gotcha!
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This
Should prove it! Gotcha!
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
Yeah.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
I agree.
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Exactly.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is...
No, I refuse to believe it.
Kyoko murdered someone. That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
What is it?
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Hey, what?
Which is why I can't let that happen.
Oh. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
You gotta be on here.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Wait, what?
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Wait.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
something that the scene was used to cover the body. Could it have been...
Where's the tarp?
There it is!
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
Yeah.
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
What? Why would Kyoko say that? What would she want to make me look... Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that now. Harp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait, something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to see what Kyoko said. Alright.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
That's not true!
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Wait. Hold on. Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know!
Got a point.
They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Yeah, he did do that.
No, that's not what happened this time.
Then
The
how?
killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
What? You got blood from the garden, right? Which must be... Wait. No way, dude. They had to sacrifice a chicken?
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Yeah, it did.
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
How though?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Yeah, wait,
Then
yeah.
that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Wait.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
The suspicion falls back on me again. What? Why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth bullets. Okay.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
No.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
What?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
What about
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
We don't want it anyway.
So what to do?
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto?
Huh? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what exactly happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. I'm ready.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once? That automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No, it is
No,
not.
that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Hold on. Did it was that place in the same spot? No. There's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down somewhere. Written down for everyone to see. Monokuma file!
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Wait. Yeah, that's true.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but... what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
Got him.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic-level spontaneous combustion!
Wait,
I might
no.
be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. Franklin's seen a dead body!
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect, you, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine, I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
I need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I forgot. How do you pull it again?
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds on her body weren't fresh. Only leaves.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Got it. Okay.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
That was a cover-up. At least one thing.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has
Yet to be determined.
No, that's wrong.
Already been determined.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Yeah, it would.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Whoa.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
Hey, yo!
I feel the same way! Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
I don't know.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
No murder weapon. The titanium arrow.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kinda weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master! You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I'll blame Hina for downing it because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. I think I might know what it is.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right?
Yeah.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
No, that's wrong! You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe.
That is true, given the description right there.
And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto? What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Kyoko went to the dojo. Wait. The wooden key!
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is... right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just... there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Hey, what? She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
What? Yaku should know better than anyone? What does that mean?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Kyoko gave her room key to Byakuya, right? Which would mean... Hold on.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
There is proof
No,
indeed!
that's wrong!
But not the proof you're looking for!
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh? Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
Exactly.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Dumbass.
And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
Not.
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie.
But this just isn't like her. Trying to save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Is there something deep? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier?
If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us.
The Mastermind's trap. The Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The Mastermind's trap? The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong?
What do I do? I can decide right here now. You know what? Just let it go. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of.
I'll just listen by me in the ass.
Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
Wait, hold on, what?
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
There has to be.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead, and then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the Mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Wait, what?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote
bite me in the
using
ass,
the
right?
lever in front of you!
Voting time?
What? Wait. Wait,
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma! Ah, fuck. There's no way. What? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault.
Everyone, you're wrong! You're wrong! I didn't do it!
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone.
Good job?
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right.
No! I know that's not true! None of this makes any sense! This whole trial doesn't make any sense!
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. We're gonna end it the same way.
Thrills! Chills!
Time
kills!
for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
Wait, what? Why? Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
This can't be right! Makoto has been found guilty. Punishment? Wait, this can't be right! Did I do something wrong? Wait. Oh, wait, it's this meme. This. What the fuck? What the heck? This isn't right. After school lesson. Did I choose something wrong? What did I do? Did I do it right or did I do it wrong? What did I do? Did I do it right? What did I what did I do it right? What? Alter ego? I'm so lost! Wait. Did Alter Ego save me? Did Alter Ego save me? Am I safe? What is going on?
What? What's this? What's going on? What's that?
Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego.
Alter Ego? It's some stupid virus, that stupid guy. I must have planted it when we invaded my network. Damn it all to hell! I can't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again.
Yeah!
To waste away in a garbage churn pit, in a way. That's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this?
Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you
What
say?
are you talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed.
The massive high school towers all over the buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Wait. What am I doing here?
Host Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce of every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Host Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you already have to be the very best at what you do.
What am I doing at the beginning of the game? Hold on.
An ordinary student can enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school. If you're scouted by the school itself. And by standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me.
Wait.
What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing to sleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Wait, where am I? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again. And then... I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in here until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First was to start looking for a way out of here. Let me see this. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Wait, there's also this. Wait. This is a rock. That's a rocket in a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing here. Wait. That was from the beginning of the game. Hold on. Something else over here. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? I don't know, but we gotta get out of here. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink? And which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I think I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up, because I'm still alive! As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up! After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was... go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed.
And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? That strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could have been? Let's investigate. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretched my hand out. Whatever it was that tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
Giant piece of trash? Rude.
Wait, Kyoko? Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells
This place
awful.
smells awful.
Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you've been doing better than I expected.
What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you.
I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you've finished.
Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. For seconds, it was in my mouth, making its way down toward my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going.
So you still haven't given up then?
Of course not! After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
Talk to you. But, Kyoko, why did you come to rescue me?
so...
Pay a debt, or no, to atone.
Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything.
So you knew what I knew. You knew
Indeed.
that I knew.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you.
I...
Abandoned you.
Don't say that! You didn't abandon me!
No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but... There was a reason I had to survive, no matter the cost.
Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other
is
words...
so I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason.
So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did. Once.
Once?
I...
So recently I'd forgotten what it was.
You forgot? But that's...
I have no memory of what my purpose was.
No memory? That's impossible!
Amnesia?
Then, is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school?
The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I remember why I'd come to this school, and why I couldn't remember why my ultimate ability was.
But... What would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient.
Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the Mastermind. They stole my memory.
But why would they do that?
There's only one reason I can come up with. Because my purpose, my ability, somehow they would interfere with the Mastermind's plans.
So the Mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the Mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time.
But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, we would all work as one. The Mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us.
What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal, big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right?
Mastermind, one of us. If she believes that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she looking through her mission memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me.
But why me?
Because, come on, everyone, you're the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but
I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
are you okay?
Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing. Right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you to help the right way, so I understand you're not convinced.
Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Can we get out of here? Better talk to Kyoko. Okay, more talk. You said you had a reason for doing all the investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
I
So,
think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
You mentioned your ability.
I...
My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective.
The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school.
You had to find someone? Who was it?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because he's my father.
What? Wait, hold on a minute! The guy we saw at the beginning was Kyoko's dad?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Kyoko's dad is Hope Peak's headmaster? Then that explains. When Alter Ego told us about how he thought the headmaster was involved.
I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
The cost is.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on?
I...
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now. Of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't a mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said that because I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then what did you see in there?
so...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers were dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found.
But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with the Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for facility use. Faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues if I went to check.
Correct.
And that's what I finally remembered. I remembered what my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster actually did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I just noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors.
So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we have ever imagined.
What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
It sounds like it must be important. It's really ominous.
However...
Of course, once I got into the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and monitors. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
It has to do with Mukuro Kusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either.
I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then, who did kill her?
Anyway...
All I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Kusaba was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
Indeed.
I saw the key and disappeared when, in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly.
With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore hosting academy at your own discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules. And with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules.
Wait, the mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is someone bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Kusaba.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
I could have been the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Do you mean... during the night?
I can hear them, you know? The footsteps of the god of death.
What?
I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Anyway...
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I sought them, but that led to... whoever the mass assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key was up in my room. And it has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. If it means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it.
Wait,
but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they said is just a contradiction. Well, they did.
So what does that all mean?
In other words...
It means the school mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair.
The other ultimate despair?
There is no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
That's right.
What happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that? They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
What a chapter. Oh my god.
Still 6 students remain.
First things first, we're gonna have to get out of here. The Dream Island rocket. Yeah, save, of course. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the true Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now,
Anyway,
Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
yeah, you're right. Let's get out of here. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
indeed.
Of course I do. An absolute vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any school door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key to just open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out.
We'll figure out the key and open the key with the Monokuma design on it, and slid into the key, and then... Yes! It opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
Sounds good. So we opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Let's get out of here. Finally, we are finally free, but there wasn't any time to make breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, suffering, despair, execution, and death. Oh. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, and intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey,
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said it, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help to keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, maybe there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work?
How long?
so...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when I was being a detective. Being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way.
Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family's tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We can stand neutral in all things, and do that. And to do that, we have to understand. We have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence.
A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride.
Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However,
And yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
But the reason you gave up that pride,
The only reason you go so far to enter Hope's Peak was because of that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I wanted to say to him, though.
What?
No matter what it takes, I had to find him and tell him face to face.
What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself. But apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. As young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. Take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I'd never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. And what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know? He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing. One thing I can never forgive.
Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life, and I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I had to find him and tell him that we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But your family? You just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. We're connected by heart and soul now.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family?
Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after that, I don't know how long. After all, I don't know how long. We finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Host Peak is waiting for us.
Where? Back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing. I reach my hand up and push against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease. And so... Hey, we're back! Looks like we're back.
Whew.
But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted.
I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now that we're back in Host Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gone out of there without you.
No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor.
Well, I'm gonna wrap things up here, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching this episode of Danganronpa. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace out, my fellow Yoshis. Have a good night or day.